Alright, so welcome back. Hopefully all of you guys are having a fabulous day here today. Hopefully everybody's having a great time and everything associated. I'm curious, it's like a few days now into the game's launch, 5 days, 6 days now. I've had a blast so far. Sadly, again, there's a few issues, obviously, with every gacha, there is that, but I'm curious, what's your take so far? Good game, bad game? Does it have life, longevity? What's the issues? What's the cut? What's the good? What's the bad? Everything associated. But today, I want to talk about some of the issues, or not issues, sorry, things to avoid, mistakes to avoid, right? That you don't want to like kind of encounter with this game, as I played it for a little bit now, and I think that it's worth mentioning with how this is structured. There's a few things I wanted to get out of the way. So, new to the channel, like and subscribe. It helps out a ton. Make sure again when I enter the giveaway, please comment down below Kaiju and be subscribed. That's all you gotta do. But what I wanted to talk about pretty much is with where we're currently at, okay? The first thing that I wanted to sort of get out of the way easily is this game, with how it's structured, it gives pretty solid rates, okay? Highly likely, I know a lot of players are still picking up the game, and I know a lot of players have saved this over here in the top right. If you are somebody who hasn't used their claim 5-star character ticket just yet, don't use it. First, there's upcoming events that we've already got confirmed here. Apparently, the game already has reached 3 million and 4 million downloads, and they're slowly going to be giving out those rewards associated shortly. So you're going to be picking up a lot more standard tickets. And before even using your 5-star selector, please just progress every content and claim everything you possibly can. There are so many standard pulls scattered throughout the entire freaking game. It's not even funny. And because of that, right, beginner's guide, with that because of initiation event, with that because of other logged events which are already, we know, coming soon, with that even being the raid content and everything there is a lot of free standard pulls everywhere. Before even, again, using that 5-star, please pour every single pull you have into this banner when it comes to these standard pulls, and pull what you want, and then pick what you want afterwards, right? Let's say you pull into the banner, you pull Mina, you pull Kaiju number 8, and you pull Kikuru. Let's say you do that. Now I'm not picking one of those three. You're going to pick the fourth one, being maybe Hoshina, maybe Gen, maybe somebody else, Rin, who knows. You have that option. What I will say is, on the first account, we used the 5-star right away accidentally, but I would say the best way to do things here, pull every pull you have into the banner. The thing's not going away anytime soon. You have it. They literally say over here in the information thing, it will leave at some point where you can't access it, but it's going to probably be there for the entire launch and for then some. So progress all starter content, then pull, okay? If you're asking me, who do I select? It depends on who you don't have. Build a full 5-star team. Kaiju's great. Kikuru's great. Kaiju's great. Gen's great. I would say Kikuru's father is great as well. You could run Kikuru as a healer, and depends on how that operates. Mina, I heard, is pretty good. I wouldn't say Rin is good, though. I would avoid Rin with like the plague, just because she is like an AoE character. So in most stages right now, AoE is alright. In raids and such, where players really want to take things seriously, there's other characters used for that. And again, this isn't one of them. Rin isn't one of them. So with our new raid content and everything associated there as well, we have learned a lot of things, and we've seen like some insane teams being run here for raids. For example, again, one of the top teams, I'm trying to open in the screenshot, I saw this on the JP side. They're running Kaiju, Gen, what's the name? Ichikawa, and again, Kikuru's father, right? I don't know how to say his name properly, but that's that. And you see, that's like one of the highest DPS teams in the game when it comes to running the raid, and that's really solid. Beyond that, it's Hoshina, which is I've also seen in some raid comps, not as high as the other ones, but some raid comps have him as well. So they're hitting like high DPS with those characters. So I'd highly recommend, if there's something that you're looking for, those might be the ones. And that's kind of where it's at. But that's there. That's the first topic. Got that out of the way. Simple. The second thing is, take your time with the game, because at a certain point you will run out of anything to do and you'll get extremely bored. Everyone says rush. In this game, again, this game was apparently, there's an interview which I want to cover in the future, but apparently this game was in development for 3 years, which makes no sense to me. I feel like that's bullcrap. The game is highly quality, there is all of that aspects, but no way this was in development for 3 years, because there is not enough to quantify 3 years of development. It's very similar to how Trimaran was built. A lot of the art styles, a lot of the things like that. I do think that they've had a previous game similar to this that they've built an engine for and worked from there, but there is a lot of things lacking. For example, there's not much story launched. There was not many memories character things launched there. Character roster is pretty much higher than some gachas of its kind. That's true. But the aspect of content really isn't in this game, where you have so much to do, which to me is crazy. Whatever it is, the expedition and such, it's a really fun mode, and it's very enjoyable, but there's not much to do. Don't rush the game. Don't spam everything and min-max, because you really will run out of fun things to do. Like Expedition has its own shop, Expedition has its own stuff. There is other modes and things that all conglomerate together, but there's just not much to kind of go through after a little bit, all right? So I would highly recommend take your time with everything and sort of progress at your own pace, because there's no real reason to get through this. But what I will also say is, players are saying like, hey, should I start saving for the next banner? What I will tell you is Ichikawa being the starter banner, the best idea would have been to roll for him and do it that way. But if you're looking for future characters, they did say that, again, they have plenty of characters planned. What I also know from interviews are there are OC characters coming, and they've confirmed that there might be an OC character literally next, or the one after. So if you do like Ichikawa, I would just pull Ichikawa. If you're okay with OC characters and being able to pull OC characters, then you're fine. Wait and see. But I'm warning you, and I'm being genuine when I say this, very high chance that the first OC character is literally next to the one after. Because again, they did confirm that within launch month or within launch time, they'll start already expanding into their OC verse. So again, if you don't like the pink hair or like characters like that, that you've seen that are OCs, yeah, pull them Ichikawa. That's the confirmation that we have. So again, I'll show that off too. I've been seeing a lot of information coming out from JP and their stuff associated, so that's there. What I will also say is this: I've been seeing a lot of posts come up and a lot of players in my comment section as well saying that this game is 100% end of service thing and don't buy and don't play and whatever. What I will say is I wouldn't listen to that, right? I do think with how well this game is doing on the Japan side, people keep using Tribe 9 and using that as an excuse. Gotta realize two things. Tribe 9 was a good game. There's no doubt about that. The biggest thing and the biggest issue of that all is Tribe 9 end of service because of the players as well, right? First, the game had its issues, no doubt. Players didn't want to give it a try once they gave all that feedback and took all that feedback and fixed things. Players still didn't want to give it a chance. They let it die. They gave up. They moved on, right? They didn't get that chance. Also, the company behind it, they didn't market it well. It's everyone's sort of problem together. Mostly it leads on obviously the dev side, but players, even after all the fixes and all the problems were solved, they didn't want to give the game a chance, and because of that, it ended up kicking the bucket due to that reasoning. What I will say is here, they didn't really have a bad launch. The only issue right now is content, which in most games, they can tackle that very quickly. If it's been in dev cycle, as they said, for 3 years, they had to have cooked up content, right? And again, they haven't really provided us a roadmap yet. There is probably so much more to look forward to. And we already know, they themselves have devved so many characters as they have been shown off in trailers and such, and we know their gameplay already, so... that's why I would say if you want to spend money, if you want to play the game and enjoy the game, there really is no issue there. And I don't think it's end of service galore. Like, I literally seen this everywhere, and it's like horrific to see that. They're like, there's 2 paid banners. It's one of those end of service games because they compared it to other games that had these in end of service. What does that even mean? Paid banners are normal. Umu Musume, right? It literally has paid banners. JJK Fan Parade, you know, though that had issues obviously, but they had paid banners. Games don't really have paid banners, but I don't think the game's going anywhere, so I would say you can have fun and try it out. But players, again, are doing the same thing with Tribe 9. They're not giving the game a chance because of that. Oh, they shut down the last one. But if you want to remain free to play, be my guest. Future events are coming soon, so if you are already feeling that thing of burnout, there are plans. How many plans and how far they take those plans, that is the question. But remember, they already confirmed new storyline event. They already confirmed raids and such, and they already confirmed that there is again stuff that they have in store. But I do understand some of the concerns and such, but just a quick video. I want to talk about it, give my thoughts on everything, but I'm curious on where you guys stand, as everybody has their own opinions, and I know that people are voicing them very much so in the negative side. But let me know. Take care. Have fun. It's been it. Just a quick video.